Kuro Games is actively trying to bankrupt every single one of us, and the hype train for version 3.6 is officially out of control. We just got a massive flood of early kit leaks for Qingxiao and Jingran that reveal some of the most broken, complex mechanics this game has ever seen. Today, we are breaking down exactly what these characters do, how their abilities work, and when we are finally getting the official answers. Listen, the official drip marketing for version 3.6 is scheduled to drop right in the middle of this madness, somewhere between July 7th and July 13th. That is when Kuro Games is finally going to show their hand. And thank God, because right now, the accountability on these leaks is completely shot. A lot of trusted trackers are raising serious doubts about whether Jingran is actually dropping in 3.6, or if his ass is getting pushed all the way to 3.7. The leak community is basically tearing itself apart trying to figure out the real banner order, and nobody actually knows what the hell is going on. So, keep your eyes glued to official announcements between the 7th and the 13th. Whoever gets dripped during that window is officially locked in. Until then, do not make any permanent savings plans based on this unconfirmed shit. We are talking about completely different element pairings and synergy requirements hitting us out of nowhere, meaning you could be panic building support units for a main carry who is not even arriving for another 6 weeks. It is an absolute nightmare for anyone trying to properly budget their standard resources. But let us break down the massive new round of kit leaks anyway, because if this is what Kuro is cooking, it is absolutely busted. Starting with Qingxiao, we already knew she was a 5-star arrow sword, main DPS with insane mobility, sword flight, and a normal state that transitions into a badass sword immortal form. But this new leak completely flips the script. She's not just another brain-dead Unga Bunga character, she is a complex hybrid unit. She actually fights using a qin, a classical Chinese zither instrument that serves a support function and literally stores all her floating swords inside it. She is going to demand some actual brain power to play. The core of her kit is her forte circuit, built around 2 stacks, chin heart and sword intent. When you use her string and instrument attacks, you generate a stack of chin heart. When you use her physical sword techniques, you generate sword intent. For her resonance skill, expect a stance swap or a combo linker where you tap it to instantly alternate between strumming the chin for support stacks and unleashing sword strikes for offensive stacks. Once you build 5 chin heart and 5 sword intent, she enters her sword immortal state, giving you insane mobility and upgraded attacks. Hit 7 of each, and you trigger her execute, a massive high-scaling payoff nuke to cash them all out. Then you have her Resonance Liberation, officially leaked as 10,000 swords return to 1 sword punishment killing formation. Yes, that is the actual leak name, and it is metal as hell. This is going to be a cinematic screen wipe where all the swords burst out of the chin for a massive arrow barrage. Her intro will likely have her crashing down on a flying sword to deal instant arrow damage and grant a free stack of chin heart, while her outro will play a melody that buffs the next character, maybe an arrow damage amplification or a team-wide attack speed buff since she has that leaked support layer. Having this kind of dual identity means she is going to be insanely future-proof for your account. Even if Kuro eventually power creeps her raw damage down the line, her ability to pivot into a dedicated buffer ensures she will never just sit on your bench rotting away. You are essentially getting 2 completely broken characters for the price of 1. Making her a massive value pull for anyone trying to survive this chaotic banner schedule. As for world exploration, it is going to be sword flight. Period. She is a wuxia immortal, so expect her to be able to jump off a cliff, summon a blade under her feet, and surf through the air to cross massive gaps in Mengzhou. Then we have Jingran, the only male character in this entire Mengzhou batch, and if Qingxiao is elegant, Jingran is an absolute brick wall. He is a 5-star fusion broadblade tanky bruiser DPS with a Tomb Raider aesthetic and a yin and yang dual form kit. Even though some stylized art shows him with a spear, do not get confused, the game does not have a spear weapon type, so he is still locked in as a broadblade user. The early testing info confirms he has tags for heavy attacks, aerial combat, and shielding, making him an unkillable fusion monster stacking up to 50,000 HP. His forte circuit is not going to rely on dodging, he is just going to face tank your ass. His forte will likely build up a massive HP scaling shield that shifts between yin for defensive sustain and yang for offensive heavy attack buffs depending on his combo string. His resonance skill should be a heavy, brutal broad blade slam that scales entirely off his max HP, generating yin and yang stacks and restoring his own health on hit so he's entirely self-sustaining. But the absolute craziest part of his kit is his resonance liberation, officially titled Extinguish the Life Lamp, Open the Gates of Hell. This is not just some generic screen-clearing damage nuke, it is a full-blown independent spatial domain mechanic. When he drops his ultimate, that dramatic Ghost Gate visual everyone saw in the earlier leaks acts as the literal doorway. He pulls enemies into a separate battlefield that he completely controls, trapping them inside while he goes to work. While inside this domain, expect his heavy attacks to be completely uncapped, dealing massive area of effect fusion damage while his enemies are literally trapped in a cage match with him. Think about the sheer utility of a localized domain expansion like this in the current endgame meta. If his ultimate completely isolates targets, it means zero outside interference from annoying ranged mobs, allowing you to just tunnel vision your highest damage rotations without getting staggered out of your animations. Plus, if that 50,000 health pool scaling holds true, he is basically going to trivialize the hardest content by dealing carry level damage while being completely immune to getting one shot. His intro will definitely be an aerial slam that triggers an immediate explosion of fusion damage and instantly puts his shield up. For his outro, since he generates so much shielding, he will likely pass a beefy HP scaling shield to whoever swaps in, or drop a heavy attack deepen debuff on the enemy. Given his Tomb Raider aesthetic and the Ghost Gate, his world exploration mechanic will probably be a specialized grappling move, allowing him to throw out a spectral gate and vault up cliffs, completely bypassing standard climbing stamina. Kuro Games is clearly shifting their design language here away from simple stat sticks and toward highly mechanical, rule-breaking kits. If you thought the early game carries brought unique flavor to the table, version 3.6 is straight up throwing the old baseline out the window to force us into entirely new playstyles. They are cooking up some absolutely busted mechanics, so hold the line on your Astrite. But I want to hear from you guys. Are you saving everything for the hybrid sword immortal Qingxiao? Or are you dropping your funds on the unkillable domain expansion monster Jingran? Let me know who you are pulling for down in the comments. Drop a like if this breakdown helped you out. Subscribe to the channel so you do not miss the official drip marketing reveal this week, and I will catch you degenerates in the next one.